In a candid and emotionally charged revelation, Prince Harry has confessed that the rift with his father, King Charles, may be irreparable, stating, "I don't know how much longer my father has." These words were not just a passing sentiment, but a window into the deep fracture within the royal family that has been exposed like never before. The once cherished bond between father and son now hangs by a thread, torn apart by conflicting emotions, pride, and unresolved tensions. Harry's shocking admission that he won't speak to me because of this security stuff is more than just a passing remark. It's a cry for understanding in a situation that's become increasingly complex and, dare we say, unpredictable. In the interview, Harry comes across as obsessive, almost consumed by his emotions and the circumstances surrounding his fractured relationship with his family. His intensity, bordering on stubbornness, is palpable. He's convinced he's right, and no one, not even his father, can change that perception. This unwavering belief in his own righteousness has created a growing chasm between him and those who once supported him. He insists that he has nothing to apologize for, and that if anyone should be saying sorry, it's his family. But there's an underlying fragility in his demeanor, a vulnerability that he may not fully recognize, even as he throws accusations and demands reconciliation. It's a psychological portrait that is both intriguing and perplexing. As the interview unfolds, Harry reveals contradictions that only add fuel to the fire of public speculation. While speaking in hushed tones about the threats against his life, he simultaneously alludes to past events, including his well-documented experiences in Afghanistan. Here lies the paradox. Harry openly admits to killing Taliban fighters in his book Spare, and yet he now claims to be at risk, as though his actions haven't directly contributed to the very danger he faces. Is he truly at risk, or is this yet another part of his narrative to elicit sympathy, or perhaps even manipulate the situation in his favor? The deeper the conversation delves, the more complex Harry's character becomes. One moment, he seems fragile and emotionally distraught. The next, he's hardening his stance, insisting that he and only he is in the right. His frustration with the British government, and his insistence on a security level he deems appropriate, is a prime example of his contradictions. Harry's security demands, despite already receiving a degree of protection, highlight his inability to see beyond his personal grievances. It seems as though his world is shrinking to a self-centered perspective, one where only his feelings, his safety, and his desires matter. Does he not recognize the broader consequences of his actions? Or is he too entrenched in his narrative to care? Perhaps the most poignant part of the interview comes when Harry hints at the fragility of his father's health. "If anything was to happen to me, my wife, or my father's grandchildren, look where the responsibility lies," Harry says, with an eerie inference about his father's time being limited. It's a chilling remark, leaving us to wonder, is Harry playing the long game, using the looming threat of his father's mortality to manipulate the situation? Or is he simply reflecting on the reality of his strained relationship, knowing that reconciliation may not be possible before it's too late? What's clear from this revealing interview is that Harry is not willing to meet his family halfway. The emotional walls he's built around himself seem impenetrable. He's adamant that his perspective is the only valid one, and anyone who disagrees is wrong. This is not just a family dispute. It's a high-stakes game of power, perception, and public image. Will Harry ever soften his stance, or is he too caught up in his obsession with being right? His refusal to apologize, his contradictions, and his inability to see beyond his own narrative create a portrait of a man who is both deeply fragile and fiercely determined to maintain control over his story. The public is left to wonder, can Harry and his father ever truly reconcile, or is their relationship doomed to remain fractured? As the tension between them grows, so does the intrigue. The royal family is no stranger to conflict, but the stakes in this battle seem higher than ever. The final twist of this ongoing saga remains uncertain, but one thing is for sure: Prince Harry's journey is far from over, and as the story unfolds, the world will be watching, captivated and eager for more. Will the truth behind his fractured relationship ever come to light, or will the mystery only deepen with time? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this story is far from finished.